We're not wasting any time here tonight. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, on his way down to the ring. Cody, who teamed with LA Knight and R-Truth. Back at Backlash, they picked up a huge win, defeating the team of Gallows, Anderson, and Abyss. And Cody out here to kick off Nitro. Let's hear from the American Nightmare. Welcome to the season premiere of WCW Nitro. Now, with every main event this week being a championship match, I met with Eric Bischoff earlier today, and in our main event tonight, we've got a previously contracted match for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship, but we still need a main event for Thunder. And what bigger main event can we bring to you on Thunder than a match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship? Eric agreed, but before I get to that, I'd like my good buddy R-Truth to come down and join me here in the ring. Here comes Truth. Truth says, Cody, it was a pleasure taking out the trash with you and LA Knight at Backlash. But, what's up? Nobody's had WCW's back more than you these last few months, and I can't think of anyone more deserving than you to get this shot at AJ Styles. So what do you say, Ronnie? Truth says, that's what's up. Well, there we have it. We've got our main event for Thunder. R-Truth, AJ Styles for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Wow. So our main event tonight, it's going to be Ilja Dragunov getting his Wrestlemania rematch against El Grande Americano for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. But before we get to that, we've got the women in action. Alba Fire, Sol Ruca. They will be going one-on-one here in our opening bout here on the season premiere of Nitro. Triple H, who kicked off Raw earlier this week, had some big breaking news that he dropped. One of the things, like Cody mentioned, every main event this week is going to have a championship match in that main event spot. Also, the draft, which tonight was supposed to be night 2 of our yearly draft because of the dealings of some intruders, some outsiders from AEW that have been disrupting programming here in the open mic universe. Triple H announced that the draft is now postponed until next month. It will take place after our next pay-per-view, which is In Your House. And so we're going to have another month before we see the rosters from WWE and WCW get shaken up. Fireman's carry powerbomb by Sol. Alba crawling, using the ropes, using those turnbuckles, the corner to get to her feet, but quickly back down to the ground. Big splash from the outside. Soul Snatcher. Sol back to her feet now. Moonsault off the top rope, hooks the leg. And that's going to do it. Sol Ruca victorious as she picks up the win this week against Alba Fire. Next, it's going to be tag team action. The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, former WCW Tag Team Champions. They are in action against the L.W.O. Despicable Ray, Dirty Dom. Backlash, not a great night for the L.W.O. Dom challenged the hottest free agent in wrestling right now, Penta. Penta, who will find out where he is headed next month at the draft. He was called out by Dom, and he took care of Dom. And then on a bigger scale, Raquel Rodriguez, no longer the WCW Women's Champion. She lost her triple threat match against Bianca Belair and the new champion, Jade Cargill. I am told we will hear from the new champion later this week on Thunder. Jade, who finally, after all these years, is finally a champion here in the open mic universe. And I'm sure that she is going to have a lot to say. We will hear from her. Ray now. Woods going across the ring. And now Woods with a quick reversal. The L.W.O. We talked about it at Backlash. The year started out last year so good for them. Ray was the WCW World Champion. Dom, the WCW Cruiserweight Champion. Raquel held that WCW Women's Championship on a few occasions for the better part of the last year. 619, but Kofi blocks it. Now Kofi off the ropes. Boom drop from Kofi Kingston. Hooks the leg, but Dom able to come in and make the save. Ray moves out of the way. Now Kofi doesn't know where Ray is, but Ray connects. And now in comes Woods. Woods sending Ray into the ropes, lifts him up, drops him down on the knees. Those knees of Xavier Woods right to the midsection of Rey Mysterio. Woods misses with the elbow drop. And now Ray going up top. Frog splash. Hooks the leg. But Kofi makes the save. Now Woods taken into the corner. This is a bad spot to be. Bulldog from Despicable Ray. He goes and tags in his dirtbag son, and now Dom going up top. Frog splash. Hooks the leg. Referee comes in and makes the count. And that's it, the L.W.O. picking up the win as they defeat the New Day this week on Nitro. And we are here. It's time for our main event, and this one is for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. The challenger, the former champion, Ilja Dragunov. And for him here tonight, this is his WrestleMania rematch as he takes on El Grande Americano. This match originally was supposed to take place at Backlash, but it is here tonight in our main event of Nitro. If you are new to the open mic universe and you missed WrestleMania 3, Dragunov lost that Cruiserweight Championship, but it wasn't in a one-on-one match against El Grande Americano. It was actually an 8-man gauntlet match. One of those participants was not known until the match. That guy ended up being El Grande Americano. He came in, actually eliminated Dragunov from the match. And then it was down to him and Santos Escobar. He defeated Escobar and walked out of WrestleMania, his first night in the open mic universe, he would walk out a champion. So far here, looking pretty good against the Mad Dragon. Sends him into the ropes, but those two just collide. We don't really know much about El Grande Americano. We've heard stories. I know he's been a very popular wrestler out on the independents all around the world. Dragunov with the cover. Only gets a 2 as the champ able to kick out. And so it was a big deal when Eric Bischoff brought him in to compete at WrestleMania. And it ended up being a great signing, as like we said, he competed once and walked out the new WCW Cruiserweight Champion. Dragunov now slow to his feet. Now Grande Americano working on the left leg of Dragunov. And now going up top. Diving moonsault senton. And the champ goes for the cover. But somehow Dragunov able to kick out. So much fight in the Mad Dragon. Cliffhanger DDT, and there's no movement with Dragunov. He may be out of it. And that's it. El Grande Americano will retain and remain your WCW Cruiserweight Champion. Don't miss Thunder. It was announced tonight. Huge main event. AJ Styles defends the WCW World Heavyweight Championship against R-Truth.